So Michaela's just been live, not for long, but just to tear apart Vindicator. What does this woman ever offer? Why is she required to publicly give an opinion on anything every single day for getting on for a decade now? Why does she feel entitled still every single day to trash other people's names and reputation, feeling like she has impunity, like she's not required to adhere to the same law that the rest of the world is supposed to? I mean, like, this entitled attitude is a running theme in line with certain political viewpoints as well. I can't pretend otherwise, but I'm not going to go into that right now. It's just, we have to ask the question, why does Michaela do this? Now we know that there are so many different adverts for jobs around YouTube. Now, I'm not saying that each and every one of them is a scam and it's to get people in, but how easy is it to advertise massive money to narcissists? How many of them do you think might bend the rules or might do you know, like, this isn't always going to be a situation. The way it's sold as well, a lot of these jobs, okay, you are the creator, you're in control, you're yeah, here's 75 grand. You know, we'll give you all what you need, we'll give you all the training and everything, but you're in control, so you've got the liability. You've got to see how, to me, this is what it looks like. And whether it's intentional or not by the actual companies, I don't know. A lot of them are probably legitimately trying to sell things, but all of this revolves around trying to sell things, doesn't it? Trying to influence, trying to coerce. It's a crime. It's a fucking massive crime. But so is the media, the normal media, marketing, advertising, all of it. It's all criminal. It's coercion of vulnerable people. Like, you can't. It's insane that the world's got to this, that this is even a thing. Fucking mental. It's absolutely mental. And there's just grift everywhere. No one is giving a flying fuck about anything real anymore. It's disgusting. Well, not on here anyway. And I'm absolutely sick of it. But I need to. I don't need to address it, but I'm not going to be, like I say, I'm not going to be doing like these long live streams anymore and just leaving myself open to the abuse. So I'll just try and concisely make my point here, to just ask the question. We need to start asking the questions, because I mean, the police obviously should have been doing things a long time ago, but we need to, as a society, start asking the obvious questions and have that be the norm, that we do the fact checking, not that another paid agent of somebody does the fact checking and then we believe that person. No, we do it. We learn the skills and we do it. We use our own discernment, our own gut instincts. We follow the money, okay? And you know, it's not rocket science. It's really not. It's just so easy to ignore all of those things when you're collecting perks from the devil. So that's kind of where we're at. Lots and lots of people have been collecting perks in so many different ways, and then fucking YouTube happened. It's just insane. Completely industrialized character assassination, targeting, gang stalking, abuse. It is horrific. But as fate would have it, again, I see that I should have probably watched the news again a little bit, but I see that there's something going on with Keir Starmer and supposedly the heads of the big tech firms regarding child safety online, which is good. And apparently, again, I only heard a snippet of it. I've not gone looking into it yet. I think that it was again denied, the bill or the suggestion to, I'm not sure of all the technicalities, to completely ban social media. That would be the most ridiculous thing to do. This is just, it's the nonsense of getting kids hooked on stuff like vapes and then just banning that. All it's going to do is create a black market, and then B, just stress, anxiety, you know, anger issue. It's mental. And there's ways to transition out of all of these things if we just use some fucking common sense. It's all there. It's just nonsense. So I'm going to invest my time now really into I've got a full schedule coming up anyway. We'll share this later. We're just going to address what so Michaela did her thing again this morning. I see there's less people. Well, Well, where's the original lot? That's what we need to say. So in terms of, you've been around for what, 8 years now, Michaela? Okay, you say you've been on YouTube like about the same time I've been targeted by these people, which was slightly before YouTube, but ended up on YouTube because I got kicked off of Facebook first. I don't think I've forgotten about that. Fuck a borg, by the way. Don't think I've forgotten about that, because that's where it really started. That's where it really started, and that's where I've got all the proof of the numbers I did have in the first place. Not that I give a shit, but it's just you like to keep telling me how fucking irrelevant and whatnot I am, but no, that's not the case, because I wasn't then. So why would it make sense that I would have just become irrelevant if I was still allowed to have my voice? I'm not going to get into it, but anyway, it is what it is. I was never out to impress people. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, well, we've got the law and we need to protect our children. Then I figured out God's got my back, and I'm like, sweet, all right, we're just going to carry on doing this. So here we are. Anyway, I digress again. So what was the point I was making there first? Sorry, I do this a lot. I am going to get better. The more I learn to just, I'm speaking, I'm in control here. There's nobody trolling me. I'm going to have to go through all of this recovery of my own trauma in real time, and that's probably going to be really horrible for a lot of people that have caused a lot of it, but maybe that's part of your fucking karma, because I didn't die. So now you're just going to have to accept what you've done, and it's not just me. We're going to have to look at the whole wide world, aren't we? Because they're not all having fun on YouTube or playing games. The world's gone to shit. A lot of people are suffering still, and a lot of people are going to be so fucking angry with you lot. So again, we'll just keep doing this YouTube thing until something turns up somewhere. You know, and what it's going to be, I don't know at this point. I don't know what the police are going to do. I mean, the police are just a group, another gang of individual human beings, but they've got leverage and control. So there's so much more room for potential in there for corruption than anywhere else. Do you know what I mean? That's why I'm really not relying on the police to just do something like overnight and it's sorted. Not at all. This is what I've been warning you. There's going to be a big gap probably of where people know what the fuck you've done, and the police even bothering to talk to you if they do. And then that's a bit tricky, because like, where do you go? You can't. There's a lot of celebrities right now that are figuring out you can't get off the planet. Well, not for long. You can do a Katy Perry, but I mean, I think we're quite a way off being able to escape the earth just yet, to escape your the repercussions of your own actions, you know. So it is what it is. You can either carry on this shit show, which brings us to again, this is with no malice, it's just drawing attention to Donna Maria, where are we? So she's put out 2 driving videos. I'm not going to play them, but like what we've deduced from them, it's not going right to her front door, but she's going between 2 areas anyway, which is Dagenham. That sounds like Dagenham, doesn't it? I didn't even realise that bit. Between Dunham Road-ish and Winsford. I'm assuming, because she went one way and then came back the other way, I'm assuming she lives somewhere in Winsford. I've just not got the time or the inclination. Obviously, we've got the videos of the driving around, and that we could do some detective work, I'm sure, and it's available for people to do detective work. That's the point that I'm going to make here. I haven't even shared the screen yet. Bear with me a second. Oops. Sorry, this is not very slick or professional of me today. What have I just done? Oh, right. Where are we here? Okay. So these are the areas that she's driving in between. She goes to the zoo a lot. What is she trying to do? Is she trying to, I don't know. Are you trying to see if we go crazy going, oh, we know where you are, we're going to play it? We're not going to do that. We just, okay, obviously you're somewhere in that area. Are you trying to tell us that? Do you want the attention of us figuring out roughly where you may be? Do you want us now to really go to bring some, I don't know. I can't guarantee that anyone's going to do anything at any point. So this is the horrible bit now. You're in limbo, not knowing what's going to happen, not knowing who's going to know what you've done, who's going to think you're a cunt, who's going to want revenge. You're not going to know any of that. You know, everyone's mocking me and taking the piss out of me, and you've got nothing. I've got peace. I've got peace. I sleep like a fucking baby. And yes, babes, it's not always clockwork because YouTube's still a thing. It's 24/7. This isn't it. So sometimes it's just that I'll sleep a little bit in the day, and do you know? But I sleep well. I'm eating well now. You know, I'm not stressed, and I'm looking forward to the future when I'm able to be with my children again in safety. You know, I've not been able to do anything, have I? Never mind have a safe relationship with anyone, let alone children, whilst being targeted to this degree. And you've joined in with it right at the last minute. And you're still there. I mean, this is what's so tragic now. So is Michaela still carrying on, still trashing my name, still not responding to anything that I'm saying when I'm telling her this is a big fucking deal. Okay, this is a big fucking deal. Now you can pretend I'm not saying that again if you want, but now Michaela's not even responding to you. She asked you to change the name yesterday or day before, so that's why you're on your new account. You know, you've not changed the names. You've literally created a troll account now, a dedicated troll account to trolling me whilst claiming that I'm trolling you when I shouldn't even know. You're yet another one, a very long list now going on for years and years and years of people I shouldn't know exist that are claiming that I've targeted them to stalk them and to harass them. You're in bed with a lot of anonymous people that have also done this. How the fuck do you think this is going to ever wash legally? Or to anyone with common sense that's not a YouTube person, that's not deluded themselves that any of this shit makes sense or is relevant to anything going on in the real world. All you've done is you've just committed horrendous crimes because you've allowed yourselves to live in a fantasy where you've just assumed that the law doesn't apply or that God's not there watching. I mean, that's on you. Do you know what I mean? That's on you. You can't fuck up people's lives and think just because you've got buttons that you can get away with it just because you're not there slapping them in the face. But I mean, that's exactly what we've got laws such as stalking laws in the real world as well. You don't physically touch the person. You don't necessarily engage with them whatsoever. They just know that they're being monitored and watched and exactly what you lot are doing to me 24/7. When I'm under duress and I'm keeping an eye on the people who are stalking me and slandering me, that's a very different situation. You can call it stalking if you want. The law's not going to, though. Okay, when we just run all the facts by them, I didn't just go, oh, fuck my family off. I can't be asked anymore. Oh, fuck COVID. I can't be asked anymore. I just want to watch all these wrong ones on the internet all day. That never fucking happened, did it? Do you think a jury on this planet's going to go, oh, that's what happened? I don't think so, especially not when I show them all the fucking evidence of what happened. Don't know. I don't at this point, Donna. I don't know what to say. Like, so we know roughly where you are. So anybody watching, because this is what's going to come next. There are going to be people in the public that go, "That's fucking well weird. She needs reporting." So now anybody can watch this. They can phone their own police, or they can do an online thing and say, "There's this woman. This is the CAD number of the initial incident report." Now what happens if 100 people decide to, or, you know, this is the idea I've always had about us all doing the en masse one notice at a time, like focusing on one person, one MP, one whatever it is, focusing on some one specific person and en masse all deliver, like signing them notice, delivering notice, sorry, whatever. But serving them notice. I'm losing my words. It's a lot of people doing. When it's the spotlight, it's all about the attention and the spotlight, and that's what court's supposed to be about, and that's what's been monetized and industrialized and privatized so that they've got control over it to completely invert it to do the opposite of what it's supposed to do. It's covering up and concealing crime, and it's just making it into a profiteering racket again. You know, it's nothing to do with justice, the same way medicine's now nothing to do with healing and health. Food is nothing to do with nutrition. School is nothing to do with education. To see the running theme, this is what church is, all of those things as far as I'm concerned. Everything needs to be brought back under the one umbrella. That's the whole point. It's in the name. But anyway, Donna, yeah, I'm not about to I'm not going to play silly mind games. I'm just going to call it out for what it is and go, look, people, can you see this is disconcerting, this woman? Because this is the other thing as well. Likely then that you worked in the mental health in that area in Chester, probably. Not necessarily, obviously, everyone can move, but it's somewhere to start, isn't it? Somewhere to start. So, I mean, couldn't I just email the hospitals and go, I'm having a bit of issue with this woman. If you think this is concerning, could you phone the... Do you know what I mean? No malice. It's fucking worrying. You're driving a car as well. You're unhinged. People like saying, I was driving a car when I shouldn't have been driving a car. You know, I'm not sat here in judgment of people. The world's fucked up, and we just need to start really addressing like these problems rather than just sweeping them under the carpet or pretending it's not an issue, because it fucking is. Would you like somebody to do this to your child? Now, I know you've got a son, but imagine he had a daughter. I don't know. You might have a daughter. I don't know. Would you like that done? Would you like this level of stalking and abuse from people that they can have no recourse, knowing that they're on their own and isolated and got nothing? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Do you ever try and put yourself in anybody else's shoes? That is really fucking worrying, coming from somebody who worked in mental fucking health. That's the main point I've got with this at the moment. I don't know for sure. I think you said you're retired. I don't know for sure. So maybe we need to start having a look around Chester and seeing if anybody recognises you. I don't know. Am I a cunt for that? I have reported you to the police and suggested a welfare check. At that point, like, what do you want me to do? Anyway, yeah, no malice, but you're not helping anything because you've put your son out there as well. Think about this. It's not just yourself. This is the bit that you lot really need to you, Michaela, for fuck's sake, bragging about how many people have come from you. That's how many people you've now endangered, because so many people are going to want to hurt you. You delusional fucking mess. And they get phone 999, tell them I said it. Please do. The more they hear me say it, they might take it fucking seriously. What, they're going to arrest me? They're going to have to start looking at the actual root cause of this problem, aren't they? It's not my reaction that's the issue. Is it? Repent, please. TikTok.